This is question 4 in test 6, section 2. So the question asks us, for which student was the change in scores from test 1 to test 2 the greatest? So here I just have an example written out for how student B did. So on test 1, we look at the point for student B, and we look down to the x-axis to determine the score that student received on test 1. So we get 40 for that. And then we look over to the y-axis to determine what score the student got on test 2. So they got a 60 on test 2. So therefore the difference, the change in the scores, would be 20 points. And we'll see that that won't be the greatest change. I'm just going to get rid of that for now. Okay. So let's check out the other students. Student A got a 40 on test 1 and a 70 on test 2. So the difference between 70 and 40 would be 30 points. So that perhaps is the greatest. Let's check out student C. Student C got a 60 on test 1 and a 70 on test 2. So that student had a difference of 10 points. Student D has an 80 on the first test and an 80 on the second test, so no change in the scores. And lastly, student E has an 80 on the first test and a 60 on the second test, so the difference in their scores would be 20. So therefore, student A had the greatest change between the two test scores.